All right, Steven, today we're gonna do something really basic. Boom, zucchini and knife. We're gonna learn how to chop stuff so that we can do it safely and efficiently. First thing you wanna do is you wanna wash your veg. Boom, we got a washed up vegetable here. Next, you wanna do quote unquote top and tail. The other guys do this and also it makes a lot of sense, so we're gonna do this too, okay? So go ahead and cut off the bottoms here and the top there. You can eat it if you want, but it's probably not gonna taste too good. The next thing you wanna do is for our convenience sake, we're gonna cut off the top part, which has a very different dimension than the rest of it. And we're gonna come back to this guy in a few minutes. Now, here's where we're gonna talk about how to cut and do this safely and efficiently. The first thing you want to notice is that my knuckles are bent. These knuckles are bent here, such that when I slap them with my knife, there's absolutely no danger of me cutting myself. That way you get to keep your fingers, which again is important for cooking. So you keep your knuckles here and you slap your knuckles with the knife and then you come down and cut. Now I'm just gonna cut like not even full here. And I wanna show you something. Some people might say, hey, I wanna cube this zucchini here. So they might cut straight down the middle. Makes a lot of sense, but actually it makes it harder for you to cut afterwards. And I'll show you in a second. So we're gonna make our cut slightly off center. Then we're gonna make another cut basically into the center. And now we're left over, now we have this piece left over here. This is basically half the zucchini. Now, with this guy here, you're gonna put your knuckles here again. You're gonna find it's a lot harder to deal with this. So had we made that cut down the middle in the beginning, we would have ended up with two pieces like this. It's a little bit harder to deal with. So for this, I'm gonna hold it a little bit more gently, and I'm gonna use that zigzag motion with my knife to help cut that off. Okay, so now what we have here is a zucchini cut into pieces like this. All right, so if we want to dice the zucchini, what we're going to do is we're going to just stack them up. We'll take 2 by 2, use your knuckles again to guide your knife and make cuts along the length of the zucchini. Then you can keep your knuckles here and go ahead and cube up this zucchini. Make it as regular or irregular as you'd like. And you have some nice cubing here. So let's put it in our plate so we can see how well cubed it is. That's your cubed zucchini. Okay, great. Boom. So we got cubed zucchini. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now, one thing about the motion that we're gonna use. We want to come down like this and then maybe rock it backwards. So you want to come down with your point. You're maybe moving into the zucchini a little bit, rocking downward, and then coming down at the base of the knife here. So that's kind of the motion you want to be using. You don't want to be using this sort of motion. You don't want to be coming down like this. Now, most of the time that's true. With the zucchini, you have a very soft vegetable. So with a very soft vegetable, you know, it might work. So if I just chop like this, it actually works. You get some cubes here, so that's fine. But with a carrot, with some sort of really round vegetable, or if you're cutting an apple or dicing it for whatever reason, like making a salad, or a celery, something like that, it's really not gonna fly. Or kale, that's not gonna fly. So this motion, try to not use that motion. You want to use this sort of motion. Okay, now I'm gonna do this really quick. All right, there you have it. You gotta be a ninja with your knife. You gotta make cubed veggies or whatever you want like this. Using your knife, curl your knuckles, slap your knuckles with the knife. Make sure you're really comfortable with that motion and then use a downward curving motion. The tip comes down first and then you come down slowly. It doesn't have to be the very tip of the knife. It doesn't have to be the very tip, but somewhere at the top of the knife is where you want to make contact first, and then you want to come down slowly like this. All right, go nuts and cut up a lot of veggies.